season on new teams did not disappoint in Week 1. Let's break it down. Aaron Rodgers started his 21st season by leading the Steelers to a win over his former team, the Jets. Rodgers recorded his 35th game with 4 passing TDs, tying Peyton Manning for the 3rd most in NFL history behind Tom Brady's 39 and Drew Brees' 37. In that same game, Justin Fields was on the other side of the ball making his debut for the Jets. Fields became the 3rd player in franchise history with a passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns in the same game. And Daniel Jones impressed for the Colts, leading the team to its first season-opening win since 2013, becoming the first team to score on every possession of a game since 1978, with Danny Dimes throwing 1 touchdown and running in 2 with his legs. Stephen A., which was the most impressive with you with their new team?
I'm going to have to say Justin Fields. You know me, and I love me some Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man. He showed back up. Y'all must have forgot. Make no mistake. I got that one. I got that one.
Here we go. Here we go.
You must have forgot. But yeah, because you were very, very cruel. You were not very nice to Aaron Rodgers. I want to be very, very clear about that. You understand? So I expect you to be nice at least this week. At least this week.
Well, you don't know me. You don't know me.
You should be. You should be nice.
You don't know me.
I didn't mean I expected. I mean, you should be. I do know. You know what I'm saying? I do know. But I will tell you this. Justin Fields shocked the hell out of me. Because he was throwing some dimes out there now. He wasn't just running with the football. He was throwing some dimes out there. The offense was moving. I'm paying attention to Extra because obviously he's your new offensive coordinator. Came over from Detroit, wanted that offensive coordinator job. Dan Campbell chose Morton instead of him. So we got to keep our eyes on New York compared to Detroit for that reason alone. Because if Detroit continues to suffer this year, that means Dan Campbell made the wrong call. Okay? In terms of not picking Extra instead of this guy Morton. But I'm looking at the Jets offense. I expected with Aaron Glenn being the head coach for the Jets defense to be what we thought they were going to be coming in the last season. I expected them to be the ones making noise. But the Steelers was moving the ball up and down the field on them. And the Jets were right there. Breece Hall running the football well. Garrett Wilson, you know he could ball. Justin Fields. I didn't expect that. And I'll say this much. If Justin Fields had looked like that, I would have been like, if he continues to look like that, I'd be looking at the Steelers like, what the hell you let him go for? Even though you got Aaron Rodgers, I'd be like, what the hell you let him go for? Right. I mean, he's considerably younger. The brother's doing this. Why the hell you let him go walk out the building for? That's the kind of performance he put forth. So I would say it was him.
I'm going Daniel Jones here. I think what I saw, and I was at the game for Mr. Irsay, they put him. So the control he had of the offense, and Molly, you said it in the clip. Every possession they scored. Like, that is insane. I don't care who you're playing in the NFL. That is hard to do. And that they scored in every possession. And the way that he led the football team, I think it was his 2nd or 3rd pass, he airmailed. After that, every pass was either on target or really close to being on target. He got Warren involved early, which is the new tight end who lit it up. He got Pittman involved. He got Pierce involved. He got he was getting everybody touches, some which way. Taylor got a couple catches. So I like that he kind of moved the ball around, but he just felt very in control. And I think Steichen does a great job of making the offense simple, but looking a little more difficult. But I thought Daniel Jones, especially getting run out of New York, going and sitting and watching, and then coming to a new program and battling with AR for the whole preseason, and then taking it over. I thought he looked fantastic. And I think when I think about the Colts, I like what Fields did. I would tell you, I think the upside for the Colts is bigger than the Jets, and that's the other reason why I think it was a bigger performance.
I'm gonna let CC go first, but I'm gonna come back to you because I got a couple questions about the Colts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with that. The upside of the Colts being higher than the Jets.
This season, I'm talking about this season.
I still don't know what I agree with that. Yeah, I think the Jets are right there in terms of being able to be the 2nd best team in the AFC. I think the Jets can be that good. And a big part about it is how well Justin Fields played. I mean, Justin Fields, we know about his ability as a runner, right? He's never been a starting quarterback on a team that hasn't been in the top 10 in rushing. His first 3 years in Chicago, they were only 2nd to the Baltimore Ravens in terms of rushing during that span.
Right.
Last year, first 6 games with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they were 7th in that 6-game span in rushing.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that they came out and were able to run the football with him as their quarterback. What did surprise me is his evolution as a passer. And it's not just dropping back and being able to throw every now and again. guy excelled in situational football, and that's really where you want your passing game to thrive. He was 4 or 5 on third downs in completing 3 first downs. And then against the blitz, he was 5 of 8 for 87 yards and a touchdown, including the big ball over the top to Garrett Wilson. When your quarterback can give you those types of elements, that's exactly what you're looking for. So, yeah, I think the upside for the Jets is a lot higher than the Indianapolis Colts.
Really?
And if I'm being honest, I walked away from that game on Sunday more impressed with how Justin Fields played than I did with him.
I agree with that. That's why I said I had to give love where love was due in terms of that. Plus, we got to also remember the Jets, bottom 10 in the league in scoring over the last 9 consecutive.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty damn bad. You got to revamp the offensive line right now. So that's something to look at as you monitor their offense going forward. Defensively, the only good thing that you can say is that Sauce Gardner pretty much shut down DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, other than that,
dump pass.
That's it. Other than that dump pass, he was pretty much on lock and key for most of the game. I want to get back to you, though, with Indy, because we'll get into Miami later. They're just an atrocity right now. It is what it is. And who you were going up against says a lot. But when you look at Steichen and what he brings to the table, I think it was a death knell for Anthony Richardson's career, possibly, when Daniel Jones wins the starting job. If you're looking at Miami and you're thinking about what we heard about Indy in the past, is it a byproduct of who you were going up against, or did you see something that no matter who the competition was, made you say, hey, wait a minute here, they may have something?
Yeah, no, I think there's something, and here's why. If you get average quarterback play in Indy, you have enough pieces and parts around you to be successful to win the AFC South. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is their receiving core is legit. They got 4 dudes, and all 4 dudes do something a little bit different. Now they got this tight end who is he is going to be a for real guy. Like, he is legit, gets himself open, finds soft spots, got great hands, ball, yards after catch, all of those things. They got Taylor behind him, who's a great back. They got a great offensive line. They put 2 new guys. I mean, so when you look at all the pieces and parts, last year they struggled on defense and they look better. That would be the only area I'm not, because
so is that your
Dolphins,
way?
The Dolphins' offense was
That's
awful.
where I'm going. Is that your way? Listen, based on what you're telling me, maybe the Dolphins, it was bad because they just got their ass kicked because they're such an inferior team, as opposed to them just being completely disoriented. Tua and Tyreek not being on the same page, not really running the football well. I mean, they did nothing right.
I'll tell you this. Offensively, they looked unprepared. Like offensive linemen dropping the wrong players, like not picking up the back, not knowing where to go. Even Hill on some motion stuff, he got confused.
And McDaniel's in trouble.
So that part looked bad. Yeah. But from the other side, hey, listen, I mean, like you're talking about the Jets. When I look at the AFC South, and you look at Houston, and you look at what they're going to struggle to score points, man. That's a problem. They're going to have to figure this out because their offensive line isn't very good, and C.J. Stroud's getting hit a lot, man. And those hits matter. I don't care what anybody says, how tough a kid is. I think the world of C.J. Stroud. You better protect that dude.
Yes,
you better.
52 sacks last year. Only
and listen,
sack more.
That stuff plays games in your head. All of a sudden, you hurry, you don't make it, and that's where I think that Daniel Jones, as long as he plays, doesn't turn it over. The Colts got a real shot.
Daniel Jones had a heck of a day. I'm happy for him. And the Giants, it was a rough weekend, and we'll get into that.
We care about you. We care about you.
Because I'm just,
we care about you. We don't want to do that.
I'm just saying, like, look at what Daniel Jones did. It's another indictment on the Giants. Let's get to your other team. We got a quick take for you.
Okay.
How about your Tar Heels?
How about the first win in UNC? Beat up on UNC Charlotte.
Talk to me. How are you feeling about Bill B and the boys?
I'm liking it. I'm like, hey, we didn't start fast. It looked a little ugly. Got our feet a little wet. Now we're back. Got the first win. Now we got to start stacking them. Don't look at me like that, Stephen A.
Stacking them. You're not saying stack with confidence.
Start stacking them.
All right, let's get out of this. Coming up, someone here says it's unfair to be down on Caleb Williams after one game. Does everyone agree? Also, Paul Feinbaum joins the show to react to this moment from Sharpe.
What you talk about?
I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.